How is it, everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE No Mercy 2016 review. I never did a proper paper review of it because if you guys do not know, I was actually at No Mercy last year. I do have a live review on my channel, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you guys can. But I never did a proper paper review of it. So last night I decided to take it upon myself to finally watch the show for the first time on the network feed of it. And yeah, this is a review of it, of course. Which is kind of funny because in this video, obviously, I'm reviewing a show I went to last year, and today, well, later today, tonight, I'll actually be going to a Raw Live event as well. So, pretty funny how that works out. That I'm reviewing a show I went to the day I'm actually going to a show. But yeah, this weekend's No Mercy, so I thought it'd be kind of appropriate to review this show, considering, like I said, I never reviewed the pay-per-view version of it, just a live perspective of it. So, that's another reason why I want to do this video. But nothing rambling on, let's go ahead and jump right into my review for No Mercy. Being there live, a little quick comparison, I thought it was a great show. And, watching it back on the network, I also thought it was a great show as well. So the show still lived up to my, live experience of it, even though, some of the matches, honestly, were better watching on the network than being there live. So, watching the network was just as good, or just as better as it was being there live. So No Mercy last year I thought was a great show. I thought from top to bottom it was a very easy show to sit through. I thought it was a lot of fun. You had two spectacular matches, two matches of your candidates by far, and the rest of the undercard was actually really good. I don't think really there was any bad matches besides maybe one. Even like that, I wouldn't really consider that bad of a match. I'd consider it like a decent match. But besides that, nothing bad on the show by any means. Like I said, it was the easiest show to sit through. It was very fun. The match order could have been different. I think the main event definitely should not have been what it was. But nonetheless, I still had a lot of fun watching it. So No Mercy 2016, like I said, I thought it was a great show from top to bottom. Really fun watching it. And it's about 2 hours and 35 minutes, so it's not the longest pay-per-view. It's actually on the shorter end, but like I said, easy to sit through, very fun. You had two spectacular matches. What else more can you really ask for? So, yeah, some more thoughts on the show. I'm not going to go into the kickoff stuff. I know you had the Kurt Hawkins segment, of course, and a-man tag team match as well. But, who's really going to go back and watch the kickoff show just to watch, a match or two? So, another kickoff show is going to be mentioned in this review because, honestly, there's no point in even talking about it. So, I'm just going to go straight to the main show, which opened up, which was the main event, because of course the commentary, they kept saying how, for the first time ever, we're starting the show off with the main event, which, come on, the main event's the last match, so don't sit here, if it's the opening match, it's not the main event then, so, plain and simple. But it was the triple threat match for the WWE World Championship, AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Dean Ambrose, and what an excellent opener we had here. This is an underrated triple threat match if you ask me. I thought all three men worked very, very hard. This match had an amazing pace to it. It wasn't a dull match or a dull moment. It wasn't a scenario really where it was just one-on-one with one guy resting. I mean, there were points in the match where it was one-on-one, but for the most part, all three men were pretty much well-rounded into the match and mixing it at the same time. Just the different counters and, just the double team maneuvers and just the way this match went and flowed. It was awesome. This was an amazing match, you asked me. Like I said, it was underrated. I thought, all three men mixed very well. Right from the get-go, all three men just started going at it. Cena was able to take out Ambrose on the outside. AJ Styles did a phenomenal form with Cena on the outside. The match went back in the ring where, Ambrose and Styles were going at it. Cena hit a double German suplex on Styles and on Ambrose, so I thought was a great spot right there. AJ Styles hit a springboard inverted DDT on the Ambrose, but instead of going straight down, Cena ran at him. Styles kicked him, hit a regular DDT on Cena while hitting an inverted DDT on Ambrose, so that was a great spot right there. Great sequence with Cena going for an AA on Styles. Styles was able to land on his feet, hit a Pele kick on Cena, and Ambrose came out of nowhere with the lariat onto with AJ Styles. That was a great spot right there. Just a lot of great stuff. Cena and Ambrose went on the outside for a little bit. Cena ended up eating. Or throwing Ambrose in the post. AJ Styles hit a suplex on Cena on the apron, which followed by a springboard 450 on the Ambrose in the ring, that was a great spot right there. Just a lot of great stuff from all three men in this match, and there's just so many great things. I can't even, if I list every single great spot, I'd be here for another 20 minutes, honestly. So it was just an awesome match overall. Some nice believable near falls as well. Cena hit an A on Ambrose for which Styles broke up the pin. Styles hit a Styles Clash onto Ambrose, but before it made the pin, Cena put him in the STF. Styles put in Ambrose into the calf crusher, but Ambrose actually countered into his own calf crusher. Cena was going for the Five Knuckle Shuffle and AJ Styles, but when he went for the ropes, Dean Ambrose, ended up hitting him with the elbow drop, which I thought was a great spot right there. Just a lot of great innovating stuff from all three men in this match. Cena hit a double Five Knuckle Shuffle on AJ and Ambrose. And, the ending, I know some people weren't a fan of. Cena actually at one point was going to make AJ Styles submit, but Ambrose actually caught AJ's wrist to prevent him from tapping out. And then, ended up coming down to double submission. Ambrose had AJ in the calf crusher, and Cena kind of put him in a crossface. Styles tapped out, so the bell rang, but there's no definitive winner because Cena and Ambrose both submitted AJ. So the referee was kind of trying to figure out who the fuck won, or pretty much said the match is going to continue. Match continues. Cena and Ambrose go at it for a little bit. Ambrose actually has dirty deeds on Cena and, was going to get the pinfall victory, but AJ actually pulled the referee out. Ambrose hit a suicide dive on Styles on the outside, goes back in the ring. Eats an AA from Cena off the second rope. But before Cena makes a pin, AJ runs back into the ring, hits John Cena in the back with a steel chair, and pins Cena 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring to retain the WWE World Championship. Like I said, tremendous match right here. This was one hell of an opener. Like I said, it's an underrated triple threat match. I don't think a lot of people talk about this match, but it was awesome for what it was, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, fantastic stuff from all three men. Really enjoyed that match. That was just, like I said, it was excellent. From there on, we go to Nikki Bella versus Carmella. This match was, it was alright. I thought the match live was better. This really wasn't anything special. They went at it for the beginning of it. Then Carmella got the upper hand. Was, pretty much dominant Nikki Bella throughout the majority of the match. But I feel like, what she was doing was just very slow and just wasn't garnering key. She was putting Nikki Bella in headlocks. She was, like, pulling her hair and, working on her neck, which I liked. She was able to throw Nikki Bella into the Tron, the LED board, I should say. And then, she stretched her out on the post. So she was working on Nikki Bella's neck, which I liked, but just the way it was coming off, it just wasn't really coming off that good. She put Nikki Bella in the code of silence, and Nikki Bella fought out of, was going for Alabama Slam, but Carmella rolled through. Nikki Bella was able to Nikki saw a forearm, but, when she went to go for, the cover, and, Carmella was able to lock her into the code of silence once again. Nikki Bella was able to get to the ropes. She was able to hit a Rack Attack 2.0 out of nowhere on Carmella for the win. So, Nikki Bella defeats Carmella. Kind of a lackluster match, honestly. It wasn't terrible, but, their TLC match was a lot better than this one. So, it was whatever. Really nothing really too much to talk about there. From there, we go to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos challenging Heath Slater and Rhyno for the tag team titles. This was a really fun match here. Looking back on it, I think I kind of took Slater and Rhyno for granted as tag team champions. They actually had a pretty fun tag team title run looking back on it. Right from the get-go, Rhyno and the Usos were going at it. The Usos were doing some great bannering on Rhyno, which I thought was great. He said got the tag. They ran wild. Slater ran wild for a little bit. Rhyno once again got the tag. But the Usos were just very dominant. Just quick, frequent tags from the Usos. At the point where Rhyno was pretty much egging them to give them their best shot, and then the Usos did because Rhyno just fell flat on his face after a little bit. So the Usos are very dominant. And, like I said, this is the beginning of their heel run, so they're kind of still coming in their own, but they were definitely shining here. Slater got the hot tag, ran wild for a little bit. One of the Usos went for the Samoan splash, but Slater was able to run up to it, hit a belly-to-belly suplex. I thought it was really nice. So Slater was getting this hot moment, and the Usos, would get the upper hand once again. Locking in a submission on Heath Slater to the point where Heath Slater was about to tap out, but Rhyno gored one of the Usos to the outside, ran back in the ring, hit a clothesline on one of the Usos, followed by Gore once at the tag in. So hit a Gore for the win. Slater and Rhyno retain the tag team titles. Like I said, really fun match. I thought it was really enjoyable. I really wanted the Usos win the tag team titles there, but it's probably better off that they didn't because, they probably wouldn't be where they're at right now if they did win the tag team titles. So, yeah, really liked that match. That was really enjoyable. From there, we go to Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin, which was, it was a really good match. Well, not a really good match, but it was a damn good match for, Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger standards. Right from the bell, they just went out there and beat the shit out of each other, just throwing punches. Baron Corbin looked tremendous here, I thought. He showed great aggression. He was very vocal about his character and just the way he was, handling himself. So it kind of sucked to see Baron Corbin, how he treated himself here to where he is now, because I kind of feel like Baron Corbin nowadays is kind of a step down from what he was a year ago. So it kind of sucks to see, how Baron Corbin has pretty much fallen. But I thought him and Jack Swagger had a nice match. At one point in the match, Jack Swagger had his hand caught between the steps, and Baron Corbin pretty much kicked the steps into his hand, so he was pretty much favoring his hand the majority of the match, which would come to effect, in the match, because he'd go for the ankle lock, but he couldn't apply it because his hand was injured. Baron Corbin hit a deep six after that. Then eventually, Jack Swagger mustered the strength to lock in the Patriot lock. Had Corbin in it for a while, but Corbin was able to get under the ropes. Referee broke it up. Corbin hit a thumb to the eye of Jack Swagger, followed by end of days for the 1-2-3 victory. So Baron Corbin defeats Jack Swagger. Like I said, I thought that was a damn good match for both men. It was a brawl, which is exactly what we need to meet, because they're not going to go out there and have a technical wrestling match. So really enjoyed the brawl from both men. Thought it was good. And yeah, good solid match from Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger. And from there, I'm going to go to what should have been the main event of the show, which was a career versus title match for the Intercontinental Championship, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. What a hellacious match right here. Definitely the best match in both Dolph Ziggler and The Miz's career. You will not see them perform better in any match besides this one. This was storytelling at its finest. It was very, very methodical. The match seemed like everything they did was a big deal, because it was either the end of The Miz's title reign or the end of Dolph Ziggler's career. Every pinfall or submission attempt, you were on the edge of your seat, because it could have, they made a big, commentary made it such a big deal as well, how important everything they did in this match was. So, The Miz was very dominant. He was running on Dolph Ziggler for a little while. Anytime Dolph Ziggler would have any kind of offense, The Miz would quickly end it. Whether it's a drop kick and he was gaining some momentum, The Miz would just capitalize back on it and take control back over Ziggler. Of course, he was mocking Daniel Bryan with the yes kicks and just the corner drop kicks. The Miz was just at that time period was being great with mocking Daniel Bryan. I was working the leg of Dolph Ziggler to lock in the figure four leg lock, which looked pretty damn good. The Miz actually reversed one of Ziggler's Rhynos into a springboard off the ropes into a powerbomb, which was a great spot right there. Dolph Ziggler had a nice fiery comeback. He'd actually hit the zigzag out of nowhere at one point, but was not able to get in was not able to pin him in time. The Miz was actually able to skull crush finale after Maurice actually hit him with the hairspray. Not hit him with the hairspray, but sprayed hairspray in Dolph Ziggler's eyes, which led to Miz in the skull crush finale, which I believe was the backlash finish. Was that? But the Miz or Dolph Ziggler was too close to the ropes, put his foot in the ropes, so the referee stopped the pin from, or was able to wave out the pin. And yeah, this, like I said, this match was just storytelling at its finest. The crowd was red hot. Commentary really helped this match, if you ask me. They were really, egging on the importance of this match, the importance of every pinfall and submission that was being made. Just the way the in-ring was, this was just a spectacular match. Like I said, the best performance you'll see both men have, and the best match of their careers. It was absolutely amazing, and the ending stretch was even that much better. The last 5 to 7 minutes was just absolutely superb, if you ask me. With Ziggler really firing up, and just both men really pretty much sprinting at that point, and then Dolph Ziggler hitting a super kick out of nowhere after the Miz took off his boot to try apply more pressure on the figure four. Hit a super kick, but was struggling to get the pin, to make the pin. But as he was trying to make the pin, Spirit Squad came out, was trying to interfere. Ziggler would actually end up getting a super kick to Mikey. Kenny tried to interfere, but the referee caught him, would end up ejecting the Spirit Squad as well as Maurice. Miz was kind of distracted by that, so the Miz turned around right into a super kick, which was followed by a pinfall victory on Dolph Ziggler. So Ziggler wins the Intercontinental Championship and keeps his career intact. And yeah, it was an awesome match, great ending. And what made the ending even more was the Miz's face. The look on Miz's face when he realized what happened and how depressed he looked was just absolutely superb. So everything about that match from start to finish, Miz's reaction, Ziggler's moment, was just amazing. So definitely, like I said, match of the year contender for WWE last year. Definitely the best match in Ziggler and Miz's career. Go out of your way to see that match. That was absolutely tremendous, and that was just, yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. So really enjoyed the match. Like I said, very, very good, amazing storytelling, and just everything about it was really good. From there, I'm going to go to which was supposed to be the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. But of course, Becky Lynch actually had a medical condition. She was not able to defend the title at the pay-per-view. And Alexa Bliss still had a match who ended up being against Naomi. And to be perfectly honest, I thought this match was actually, was good. I enjoyed this honestly more than enjoyed the Nikki Bella Carmella match. So That speaks volume about how good this match actually was. I remember there being live, I didn't care for this match, so that's why I didn't think it was that good. But watching it, it was good. Alexa Bliss, I thought she played a great dominant heel in this match with Naomi. Naomi had some nice comebacks against Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss actually worked on Naomi's arm for a little bit, which I thought was good. Naomi hit the rear view out of nowhere, which Alexa Bliss followed up with a putting her into an arm breaker. But in doing that, Naomi actually rolled her up for the victory. So Naomi actually beats Alexa Bliss surprisingly, which at the time I thought was really, really stupid because Alexa Bliss was number one contender, and she ended up being the next SmackDown Women's Champion anyways, and Naomi wasn't even anywhere near title contention at the time. So I just thought it was really stupid for Naomi to even beat Alexa Bliss. But like I said, the match itself, it's only about 5 minutes, but the 5 minutes it got, I thought they did a really good job. This match wasn't as good as their matches they had this year. Of course, back to Elimination Chamber, of course, the SmackDown Live after WrestleMania, but I still thought it was for what it was, like I said, it was a good match. So, yeah, Alexa Bliss and Naomi, solid match there. And then, of course, go to the main event, which was Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Now, granted, this is probably their best match they've had. That's not really saying much because their matches they had this year have been terrible. So, the fact that this is their best match really isn't saying anything. But, it's a decently good match. It's not a pay-per-view main event good match, but match quality-wise, it's not bad by any means. It's very similar to the WrestleMania match. Randy Orton, tries to go for the RKO right from the get-go. Bray Wyatt counters out of it. They brawl on the outside for a little bit. They go back in the ring, do some counters. Orton going for the Scooper Slam, but, Bray Wyatt, hangs on the ropes, which followed by a senton. He does his, handstand thing, try to creep Randy Orton out. It's not really buying into it. They brawl more on the outside. Orton throws him into the announce tables. Bray Wyatt brings out some steps. Tries to give Orton a senton on the steps, but Orton ends up, dodging it. Orton hits the DDT through the ropes, and Randy Orton sets up for the RKO. But when he sets up for the RKO, the lights go out, the Wyatt intro goes out, and then the lights go back on. Luke Harper's in the middle of the ring. To a huge pop, might I add. Huge pop for Luke Harper. Awesome moment there. Randy Orton turns right into a Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt pins him 1, 2, 3. So Bray Wyatt defeats Randy Orton in the main event, No Mercy. Like I said, the match was decently good. Not pay-per-view main event good, but I still thought it was, for what it was whatever. It was fine. Definitely the best match, like I said. Even though, like I said, that's not saying much, but I feel out of the 3 matches, this is by far the best one. And it's their first one, too, so kind of funny how the matches progressively got worse. But, yeah, Luke Harper's return definitely made the match, if you ask me. But, yeah, that'll do it for my video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I thought it was a great show looking back onto it. I thought it was great being live and watching it again. I thought it was great again. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And, yeah, this weekend is going to be a pretty packed weekend for videos for myself. I will be doing a live experience video from the Raw Live event I'm going to tonight. And then, of course, as always, I'll have my No Mercy prediction as well as review as well. So, it's going to be a pretty busy weekend, but looking forward to it. It should be a fun one. And I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, like I said, please like below. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.